What up, everybody? It's the Big D show, and we're going to talk about uh shit. Hold on, liquidate or hold and wait.
Biggie.
Yeah, I just noticed I misspelled something.
Nice.
Yeah. So, your boy Biggie Shaq. I don't know how D feels about this topic, but me personally, I see guys getting books. I see people get like a X-Men 1 or an FF1 or a Hulk 1, and I'm just like, okay. And I'm just like, maybe I should just sell all my little books and go after one of these big things, and I don't know if other people feel that way or not, but I'm kind of in the camp of holding and waiting instead of having just 30 big books. Why not keep like 200 cool books, What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, for me, whenever I buy a book, I generally decide is this in my PC or not? And just because I sell something in my just because it's in my PC doesn't mean I can't sell it. But I don't know. I like that the old saying of, does this object bring you joy? Yes or no? And if it still brings me joy, I want to hold on to it, unless I can get something that makes me happier. So it's I'm very fluid with this one. I noticed it was my turn to talk, and he fucking walked off. Some bitch. Pocan, what's going on, man?
Sorry, I had to go get my plate. All right. So I think
I was saying that whenever I own a book now, I like to evaluate whether or not that book brings me joy or not.
Yeah.
If it does, I want to hold on to it unless I can get something better for it,
Yeah.
So I really don't think there's a right or wrong answer to this. Like I know a lot of times you will collect books thinking, hey, I am going to use this to get something bigger later.
Right.
And to me, that has value in itself there too. Now, do I think you should go into your box of favorite books and sell all those so you can get an X-Men 1? No, I don't think you should do that.
I know.
You've got that really cool looking wall behind you, right?
Right.
Do you really want to strip that wall down to nothing and just have one book back there?
No, not too much. No.
Yeah. So I say pick up a book and have a reason for it, whether it goes in your personal collection or it goes in your for sale pile.
Now, it is cool to just think that, if I wanted that, I could get it. I would just have to let go of some of my favorite books. But at the same time, I kind of look at it like, am I going to regret that later? The bigger books tend to just keep going up in value. They could crash, but if they crash, all them other books underneath them crash too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, what do you have faith in? What do I have faith in? And I kind of have faith in what I got, as opposed to just a few. If the market goes up and Hulk 1 goes up, then all my little things are going to go up too, in my mind. So,
see, I rewatched your live stream the other day where 84 hopped on, and I kind of like what he said. I think a lot of people did eventually start treating collecting like the stock market, and that's not always a wise way to go about it. You know, um, you so many collectors, especially people that like do the YouTube things, really tried to hype up books that had very little value and making people think that they're valuable. And so, yeah, if you can make some money off it, I think it's cool. But I don't know. I'm not. And here, I don't. I've sold plenty of books. I don't currently sell any books. Like I've got like a little box of books that I'm willing to sell. But guess why I'm willing to sell them? Because they're not that cool. So
Yeah, I don't want to be stuck with a bunch of shit that I think's valuable and then end up being cover price either.
yeah,
So if I could sell it to somebody and they feel like that's what they want, and I give them a good price, and I move on to something else, I still do that. But at the same time, like once you get a pretty good key, like not many of those keys depreciate extremely hard. So, like,
I've got a few behind me that fell pretty hard.
yeah.
All the first Miles was almost a $3,000 book. Now that's hovering at about $1,000. My X-Men 1 was selling for up to $30,000 just 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Now it's selling for about $10,000.
Uh-huh.
And my Daredevil was up to about 6, and now it's down to around 3. So,
Shit.
but I paid a lot less than all of that to get those. So I'm still in the positive if I sold them right now.
Now, I like to think I make good decisions, and not everything's a great decision, but you kind of justify it by what you got rid of to get it. So I see what Doc did. Doc sold a bunch of Silver Age and got him some Golden Age. And I do like look at Golden. You see me in the NWO chat. I send like Golden Age books. I'm like, look at this thing, like this is interesting. But I'm not getting like mid grade. I'm looking at low grade, like entry books for stills. Like there's auctions on some of these books that should be $1,000. They're lingering at like 200 in the beginning. They'll get up there to 1,000, but I still kind of keep my eye on them. And I don't know that like a bunch of modern books right now are definitely not what I'm into. So the Miles Morales, I just got me an 8.5 for a couple $100 and called it a day. Now a 9.8, that's where you get the big fluctuations. Like you could take a loss on something like that if you want a high grade, but for me, it's just like, give me the copy. I'm pretty happy. So I don't know.
Well, I'm very happy with mine. I paid like $80 for it off the shelf and had it graded twice, and eventually it came back at 9.8. So
yeah, you can't beat that.
I'm still about $4,000 in the positive on my X-Men 1, and I'm about $500 in the positive on my Daredevil 1. So, in fact, every book on my display up here is worth way more than what I paid for it. So, but I'll tell you, like some of my biggest, I don't want to say mistakes because I don't regret them. But some of my biggest flops were like overpaying for a book that I overpaid for it, but I know that it's probably not going to pop up again for a very long time. And I bought it when I had the money to get it. So.
Now, I have the problem of watching collectors that are getting the books I want. And I'll be like, they're zipping through they're getting all their good they're getting all their cool books. They're getting the ones I kind of want. And I think, am I being lazy? Like, I don't think I'm lazy in my collecting way. I think that sometimes people just are generating more money than you. Like, they got a better job. They live in a different place. They have more money accessibly. And I can't keep up with that. So I gotta think of my moderate ways of doing my collection. I can't try to keep up with just every single collector, because there are collectors out there that are pumping money into their collection that they work hard for at their job. It's not like what I do or a few other guys do and just get their books off of collection. Like, they have jobs and shit. So there you go.
Well, I remember, one of my friends up here in Minnesota, his Instagram is collectible paper. I remember we were at a comic book shop together, and he grabbed like 4 books, and he paid the cover price for them because they were new, but he bought them because they were going for like $15 on eBay. And for him, like, that's how he was able to afford getting bigger books. And he got some big ass books. He got a AF-15, and he got a Fantastic Four 1 and an X-Men 1, and he's got all the big keys. And for me, like, I was like, man, I don't want to go through all that work of listing a book, packaging it, shipping it for like a $8 profit.
Yeah.
On one book. But for him, it worked. Like, he did it a lot and a lot and got his books. So, like, he earned it. He worked for it. Like, that's the real thing. Like, he didn't and not that I'm shaming people that do this, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel that sells, shitty spec. He just fucking has an eBay page, and he sells books, and he makes a good amount of money. That keeps his ear to the ground, finds out what's hot, and if he has it, he sells it.
Now we're getting some cool little comments in here. Let's see what my guy Benny Whitlock has to say. Got a full run of Adam Legend, the Blue Marvel, 9.2, 8.5, 8.0, 8.5, and 9.0. Only 1 and 4 are graded, but I couldn't pass it up for $250, bro. Shit. The number 1's like cover that by itself. Now you get these books and you kind of watch them go down a little bit, and you're like, that kind of sucks. But I don't think that it's been a while since a lot of these big books have been so accessible. Like, I see ASM 1s. I'm like, I might be able to get that. I see fucking Journey 83s. I'm like, that ain't impossible. So seems like everything's kind of on a down shift or whatever, but the big books are getting a little bit more easy to get, pretty much. So
I'll tell you, I would never turn down an ASM 1 if it was gifted to me. But that is a book I have never wanted. It is very expensive still, and it's not even his first appearance.
No,
like I don't want to mess with it. Like, I think the cover is not that great. Like, I like the AF-15 cover a lot.
Yeah.
But man, I just I if I had Amazing Spider-Man #1 money, I would definitely put that money towards something else.
Well, it's like a 10-fold multiplied by 10 fucking fold. So if you can get an entry price ASM 1 for 2 to 3K, and then there's fucking AF-15 at like 1.0, 2.0 at 20K. It's pretty, like, it's so far out of the ballpark. You might as well, I mean, unless you get a mid-grade ASM 1, you might be able to get a low-grade AF-15, but I'm talking the same grade.
Yeah,
it's day and night, bro. It's so big of a leap. AF-15 to me is still overpriced, but if you want that one big hammer in your collection, go for it, bro. You're going to be paying twice as much as you would for FF1, or almost every other book except for Hulk. So To me, it's just not worth it.
No,
But
but I would go get a first Iron Man or
yeah,
first Thor before I bought an ASM one.
yeah. It's around the same. Those are still a couple. It's about twice as hard to get one of them,
But still, like I would wait it out then. Like I'm not.
oh shit! I dropped a piece of French toast. No big deal.
Oh, dust it off. 5-second rule.
Nah, it's going in the trash, bro. It is a piece of fucking bread. I'll be all right.
Hey, Dave Maris is in the chat. What's up, man? Hey, it was 2 years ago, man. We were all shucking and jiving down in Chicago.
Yeah, I got to hang out with Dave Mears. It was fun.
It fucks with you. Like shit seems like it was Chicago Schultz is in the house. We were just talking about Chicago.
Yep.
It messes with you. It seems like that was only a few weeks ago or a few months ago, and that was 2 years ago.
It was a while, yeah. Anyways, I want to. I mean, the ultimate collectors, they're kind of like, I want to keep it all and get cool shit, you know. So for me, it's like, if it's a hassle to replace, I'll replace it, but I don't want too much shit to replace. So I'm not going to go after the 10-fold big mega banger. I'll go after the ones that are low bearing fruit, you know, and then work my way up. You got to think about all the books you got that ain't the mega girls. You know, like I got a cool Swamp Thing. I got a cool a cool Green Goblin. You know, shit like that. I could easily take those couple books of Brainiac and go after a freaking whatever, but I like those little characters just more, maybe more than whatchamacallit. That's why I like the X-Men book so much, because you're like, you get 7 characters. So someone gets the first Spider-Man, you're like, so what? I got first Cyclops. You know, it's a bitch to get. Someone gets a Iron Man, you're like, so what? I got first Beast. You know, like there's a lot of
first Magneto. Like
yeah. It's so cool. I got Professor X first, you know, like there's so much fun ways to collect. You don't have to get all the big shit first. Now, if I'm collecting another 10, 20 years from now, I probably will have all them Silver Age books. It's just going to take me a while. So
yeah. But that is legit. Like one, I've always loved the X-Men. Like that is one of my favorite groups, and there's so many awesome characters in there. I love them all so much. But when I was thinking about getting a really big book, X-Men 1 stood out because it has 7 first appearances, and not a single one of them is a bad character, you know? Like, I think the one I care about the least would be, like, maybe Angel or Iceman, you know? But even those two are cool.
Yeah, and that's the thing about X-Men, dude. It's like, okay, Spider-Man's cool, you know? Deadpool's cool. But when X-Men are cool, X-Men are real fucking cool, man. Like, just as hot as anything else. So,
yeah, dude, I'm gonna feel real popular when Marvel finally comes out with an X-Men.
Oh yeah. When they finally make a good X-Men movie and we get like a real shot at it, that's why I'm worried. You know, Spider-Man's already number 1. What's he gonna do? Get more popular? Like, okay, you know, like the biggest jump. It is a book that was worth a lot of money at one point. That's another thing that you got to think of, you know. So, yeah, I think that it's okay to go kind of slow, but if you're just starting, you know, you might want to put your foot on the pedal because this shit could get out of range soon. But the good thing is once those books go up, the little books go up too. So there's never really a reason to not try.
Well, like one of the reasons why, like I tell people, like I'm not willing to sell my Ultimate Fallout 4. If I sold it, I don't know if I'd ever be able to justify replacing
Right.
it to get it back in my collection, you know? Yeah, maybe I could go find a raw copy or something, but you know, like I don't want to pay $1,000 for a new Ultimate Fallout 4, you know? And that's if it stays at the current price. Maybe it goes down, maybe it goes up. We don't know.
No. No.
Like, they announce a Miles Morales live action movie, like we're gonna be in a lot of trouble with that book.
Right. Another thing is like what you were saying about, do I want to sell this book and make an $8 profit off of it? The only way I felt comfortable selling books through from the beginning till now, I don't like selling 1 or 2 books at a time. I like selling like 30 books, 50 books, you know, like give me a good price for all these books. And I like to, and I've had a lot. That's about the only way I do it. That really feels like you're making money, because when you're selling 2 or 3, they better be some good books and worth the hassle. Because what the hell's the point in just selling $1 book to somebody? It's really not. It's too much waste of the time.
But I mean, you could do it and make good money off of it. You just got to do it a lot, and you have to put a value on your time. Like that is one thing that, dude, I remember working at Walmart 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. I'm working at the service desk where you do the returns and the money orders and all that. And this lady waited in this long ass line. She had to have been in line for like 20 minutes. And she wanted to return a sponge, like a dish sponge. It was like $1. Like, I could never imagine waiting for 20 minutes at a Walmart for $1.
Yeah.
And she had paid cash for it, so she got like $1.08 back, you know, like it just, it had a long receipt too, like, so there's a bunch of other things that she bought that day, and after she got home, the sponge just didn't belong, and she had to bring it back. You know, I couldn't imagine doing that.
No.
Vinny, I'm reading Vinny's comment right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Miles will ever be overthrowing Peter Parker. That's not
It's not gonna happen. No, you got a book that's 60, 80 years old as opposed to 15. So,
well, and then, like, there are 2 different types of dethroning though. Like you have the one where, like, could Ultimate Fallout 4 dethrone the AF-15? I don't think that's going to happen. They do have that one variant that's worth that sells for a lot. You know, it's like 10,000 and a 9.8.
That one, that's probably one of the biggest shit the bed books in the history of time too, because that was like what, fucking 40,000 or some shit at 9.8. Now it's like fucking 3 or 4. Yeah,
yeah. It still went down a lot, you know, but
yeah.
But there's also, could Miles Morales dethrone Peter Parker, and that is more likely than the book dethroning. You know, like the Ultimate Fallout versus Amazing Fantasy. But aggressively relaxing, you son of a bitch.
Everything's getting collectible. Do you feel like, I mean, that's the 2 different factors, okay? You either sell your comics to get your comics, or you have a job to get your comics. Either way, you got to make sacrifices. And, you know, people like a lot of comics, I think. I don't think people just like, you don't start collecting comics and you're like, well, I like 10 comics. I'm just going to get those 10 and I'm done. You know, it's like most collectors I know, they got about 2 to 10,000 comics, bro.
Yeah, no, that's about, I'm at the low end of that, but It was a lot more than that for a while.
I mean, from all the people you know, how many
Hold on,
books?
Bleeker. I don't want to hear that, man. I know you just got a big pay raise today, man. You stop being so humble over there.
I was getting on Bleeker's ass about his credit card or whatever the fuck he's been doing because he's been buying a lot of big books. I'm like, bro, what's going on here?
Oh, dude, that I was once in like $10,000 of credit card debt, and that is such a vicious cycle. Like you just if you can only afford the minimum payment, you literally just pay that off for like 40 years.
Wow.
And because the interest rate just does not let it go down much.
You know how many? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
All right. So, you don't know how many people's told me like, "Oh, Biggie, you want that book? You want that Hawk 181? You want that FF48 right now? Do you want it right now, Biggie?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want it right now." They're
I'll
like,
suck your dick.
"Well, all you got to do is borrow it from PayPal, and you got a year, and you could pay it back." And I'm just like, I'm not good with money, bro. I make bad financial decisions. Let me just get the money first. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even care if it's $1 for $1. Like, you could probably tell me, I'll let you borrow 1,000, and all you got to do is pay back $750. I'd be worried I couldn't pay it, and then I couldn't pay it, and I'd go to jail. You know, like some shit like that. So I'm just like, I'll fucking pay for the cash, you know, and that slows me down, but it don't put me in a hole either.
Dude, what I did to get out of my credit card debt, and it was a brutal year and a half. My wife took out opened up a credit card where they let you do a no interest cash transfer or a credit transfer. So basically, you could take the debt on one credit card and put it onto this new credit card and have no interest for like a year and a half. And so basically, anything we paid off on that during that year and a half, we weren't paying any interest. So we could just, every payment just took the full amount of that payment off the balance. And dude, I'm talking a year and a half, dude, of eating SpaghettiOs like for lunch and dinner, and I love SpaghettiOs, but man, when you've been eating them for 3 months straight, they start to fuck with you a little
Yeah.
bit.
I bet your girl loved that.
Well, no, I mean,
I'm just joking. I don't know.
no, but it was her idea, like to
Oh, okay.
like hey, we got to get out of this cycle, you know. We want to get a house, you know, and
Right.
dude, hey, don't. Yeah, I'm not. I will still eat SpaghettiOs. It's been about 10 years since I've been in that credit card debt. So we got out of it eventually, but yeah.
Look at who just shows up. One of these guys that I'm super jealous of their collection guys. You know.
Yeah, this Knights of Old. He's a real modern comic book collector.
Yeah, he's got to worry about liquidating and holding on and wait. I'm pretty sure he's holding and waiting, but still doing his damn thing. But it seems harder to sell small stuff now because shipping and fees. It's not easy. Like the stuff I get is not what a lot of these modern collectors want. They want that titty book from last week with the wettest ink possible. They don't want that Joe Kubert. They don't want that Burn. You know, they don't want that that Bronze Age shit that I like. And it's pretty hard. But if I get stuck with the books I have, I feel more confident in the books I have for sale as opposed to these wet titty book fucking shit books. So that's what seems to be working though right now to me. Like people buy a bunch of Spider-Man Booth mystery boxes, get 10 fucking Black Cat ASM variants, and they're good. You know?
Hey, but if you buy that mystery box and you know for $50 and you can sell each one of those books in there for $30 a piece,
Good
like,
luck, right?
yeah, that's good shit.
Yeah.
Hey, God Tank is asking SpaghettiOs with or without meatballs. Now, I'm gonna be real controversial here. I like going without meatballs. I don't enjoy the meatballs inside the SpaghettiOs. Like I love a good meatball, but the meatball inside of a can of SpaghettiOs is very sus in my opinion.
I want to backtrack a little bit. So we were talking about ASM1, and you were saying how you're not a big fan of it. So let me give you the reason why I am a fan.
Okay.
So it's quite possibly, well, first of all, it is the best #1 Spider-Man book. There's no better Spider-Man #1 out of any book. And that does something for me. That's one thing. Second thing, it might be what's my point? I can't say it's the best #1 Silver Age book.
No, not even close.
No. But it might be the best second appearance also, because he's the best first appearance. You don't have like a big gimmick with him on his second appearance, kind of like Hulk or Thor. Those are really cool second appearances. You got Jane Foster, you got first Green Hulk. But like I said, it's the best #1 Spider-Man, and it's still a Jack Kirby cover. You know, it's like a lot of #2s and second appearances might not be Kirby's. The only example is in Spider-Man. Like right after 2, it's Ditko. It goes Ditko all the way up to Ramita. So you still get the Kirby. It's still a #1. It's not the first appearance. Closest thing you'll get to it, though. And it's just one of them cool Silver Age, Kirby era, Marvel history books. So I feel like it's a little down. It shouldn't be as low as it is, because like we were saying, the Iron Man's, it's a first appearance, but Iron Man ain't Spider-Man, bro. Like, I guess you should compare Iron Man 1 to Spider-Man 1, but first Iron Man's worth more money. First Thor's worth around the same. So I don't know, man. I like that book a lot. And then what's the other book? Oh yeah, the Thor is around the X-Men value. I like that book a lot too, but I gotta get the X-Men. At one point though, the thing that's cool about the Thor is that it was kind of on the level of Hulk. It was like Hulk and Thor were about the same. Now Hulk is leaps and bounds, but Thor's went down. Now that cover might be like, when me and Doc sit down and talk about these first appearance covers, that Thor first appearance Journey 83 was the one that was toughest for him to get rid of, because it was so fucking pretty, bro. Like he had like a 7.0, some ridiculous grade. So anyways, that's just something I was saying, you know, just talking shit.
I'm looking at Go Collect right now, okay?
Yeah, let's do that.
A 4.5 Amazing Spider-Man 1, which is the same grade as my X-Men, okay? It's worth the same amount.
Wow.
Like, I wouldn't, obviously if I traded my X-Men 1 for 2 Amazing Spider-Man 1s, I would sell one and make the profit. But if I just had to keep them in my PC I wouldn't even dream of it. Like, and I like, if you take money out of it, like to fully take the money out of it, I would rather have Amazing Spider-Man 14, which is the first appearance of Green Goblin.
Yeah.
And a 4.5, that book is only worth $2,000.
No, it's very cheap.
So, but now obviously I would take the Amazing Spider-Man 1 if I only had to pay the same price for either one. I would take the more valuable one, and I would sell that fucker and reap the benefits from it. But yeah, dude, like Amazing Spider-Man 1 does not do it for me. Hey, Lady Fantastic.
Yeah, what's up, Lady F? I dropped a link if you ain't doing nothing. So that's kind of fueling my argument, because when I'm looking at X-Men 1, when you said a 4.5 is comparable, that's why I've been noticing it, because I'm looking at low grade X-Men 1s and I'm noticing I could get an ASM 1. It's like, that's interesting to me. It's not the same level of cool spec, but it is very interesting. And I'm noticing I might be able to get the Thor. Like I keep bringing the Thor up, you know. So all these books for $3,000 to $4,000, I feel like that's achievable. I haven't bought a $3,000 or $4,000 book yet. I've spent about $2,400 within a couple weeks. I got my Avengers 1 and I got my ASM 14 within a couple weeks. So I've
Journey
gotten
into,
closer.
Journey into Mystery 83, first Thor, in the same grade as my X-Men 1, a 4.5, has a fair market value of $9,500, $500 less than
Right,
the Amazing Spider-Man 1.
right,
Like, I would much rather have first Thor than second Spider-Man.
right.
And that's not even close. That's every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. It's a real first appearance.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's an amazing looking book. Like you weren't kidding when Doc was saying that it was tough to sell that thing. Like,
yeah,
dude, that is a great first cover appearance. Like,
yeah, yeah.
and so is Amazing Fantasy 15. That they're both great, great covers. But yeah, man, I ain't. I want a good first appearance if I'm paying that that Silver Age first appearance money. I want some good first appearances.
Yeah, I I got a couple like books that ain't as big as those, but I got some raw stuff that is about half the value of one of them, and they're not what people go after. They're not what people crave. Like my Timely Cap, that's half of a X-Men one in some grade. You know, if I had a good enough grade, uh, am I willing to get rid of that for it? No, fuck no, because it's cool. You know, so that gets back to the whole collectors like to have a lot of books, and I'd rather get rid of 300 books as opposed to that one Timely. So that's why it takes time for some people to get these big books. You know, I make small goals that are achievable, and then I try to ante up every time. So we'll get there. Do you got anything big on your horizon, D? I mean, I know you've conquered all your dragons. I haven't quite got there yet.
I don't think I've conquered them all. Uh, I'm still chipping away at my Scarlet Spider collection. I'm not going to put a lot of money into other books at this moment until I achieve that milestone. Um, hey, Vinny Whitlock is asking if he ever thinks Batman 181 First Ivy and a 3.5 to 4 will ever break $1,000. I'll tell you that if James Gunn can really uplift DC movies into the same stratosphere that the MCU was in about 5 or 6 years ago, it's possible. But at this moment, I don't think it's going to happen. But it's always possible. You'd have to see some really phenomenal movies coming out of DC, and then you'd have to have reasonable suspicion that Poison Ivy is going to be not just a one-time villain, like an ongoing character in that universe. That's one of the things I think people mess up on a lot. Is they're like, oh, Thor, the God Butcher is going to be in the next Thor movie. Like, yeah, he's going to be in one fucking movie, and then you'll never see him again.
Right.
That's not a good investment. Like, you can, unless you can get the book at a really low value, at a low cost, and then sell it for triple that, then he did good. But if you're looking to collect it, get out of here.
I kind of feel like I'm gonna say this, and I hope people don't banish me from the comic book community or whatever, but I'll just fucking say it.
Yeah.
I think fucking hoping that Robert Downey Jr. does a good Doom. I think you're betting on a losing horse. I feel like that is not. I mean, how much luck do we got to press with that guy? What up, Lady F?
What's up, dude? Oh my god, my mother is driving me fucking insane. She won't texting me.
My fucking mom, man. My
Hey.
mom gets sick. I'm bent. What up, D?
Tell your mom we said hi. Tell her Big and D said hello.
Say the
This
big D.
bitch, you don't. She'll make you crazy. Trust me. So y'all were talking about big books on the horizon.
That's right.
There's one that I'd really like to get in my possession before I die, and that would be a
Easy.
Silver Surfer 4.
Oh,
That's
not too bad.
That's one that's just, it's a cover that is burnt into my comic loving brain.
And some people consider it the greatest comic book cover ever.
It's up
It's
there
so
for me.
beautiful.
It's definitely, I would say, in top 5.
I'm such a maniac, Lady F. I'm so possessed. I'm like, I want every Kirby book first appearance, and I want to start upgrading after I get them all. That's how goofy I am.
That's what I want. Surfer 4. It's just, come on, man. What do you?
I bought this raw for like $200.
No way. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, he killed it. He got like a GSX. He got all
How long ago did you get?
Oh man, I want to say it was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, if I wasn't such a poor bitch, I would have got in on it. But instead of me, 84 got those scraps. Those scraps were like first Dead Man and first. There were some fucking good books.
Yeah, no. I worked with a guy that was selling off a collection that his dad had passed away, and he was selling off a collection. He knew I bought books, and the money was going to his mom, and he asked like a ridiculously low amount for these books, and I was like, ooh, I was like, hey, listen, you're actually giving me a pretty good deal, and maybe too good of a deal, because I know you, and it's going to your mom who just lost her husband. I would like to pay more than that. And I still way underpaid, and I still probably will go to hell for buying them at that price. But I'll go to like minimum security hell rather than maximum security.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's neat. Look, ASM 1 came out same day as FF12. I have one of the books he's talking about, so I feel good.
That's 39. That was a big day for releases, huh?
Yeah, and the first fucking Iron Man. Good God. That first Iron Man, I'm just gonna have to wait. That's gonna be one of the last big books I go after, just because it's a little too high. I'd rather have Doom instead. You know, everything else seems reasonable. But
the Marvel Superheroes Doom, I can't remember what issue that is, but do you know which one I'm talking about?
The Marvel Superheroes Doom.
Maybe 20 Marvel Superheroes.
Are you talking about Doom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, I like that book a lot.
What issue is it? It is number 20. Oh my God. My stupid brain remembers the stupidest shit. I can't remember shit that matters. I remember this shit. That's one I'd really like. When you talk about the appearance of the Hulk.
Get the fuck out of here. I didn't know that.
I don't know.
What number is ASM 14? Well, I guess that would be late because it's 14. Okay, got it. That's cool.
Did you know that ASM 16 has a crossover with Daredevil, and Daredevil 16 has a crossover with Spider-Man?
Yeah, I knew that second part. I didn't know the first part. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I think I could be totally wrong.
Sounds about right.
Spider-Man.
I think D probably has it. You got the one with Spider-Man, D?
Oh,
no, it is Yellow Suit Daredevil. Definitely. Okay. I
had that one and I sold it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't pulling it out of my ass.
I think 90 has that one.
Y'all want to see something I got in the mail today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got this nice little set in. This little Betty Page, Queen of the Nile, Dave Stevens art. Yeah. I've been trying to see some of the more rare Dave Stevens stuff. Been trying to scoop it on the low. if I can find it, but a lot of times it's just like super pricey.
So I wanted to show y'all my eBay search list, but
You
it's
see mine.
it's different than my one on my phone on my computer. So let me get my phone and I'll show y'all. But man, I saw this LB Cole cover. It's a Super Rabbit Golden Age.
I love LB Cole. That's another thing that I would like to have an LB Cole pre-code horror book,
Yeah.
before I die. I would love to get that in a collection. I've got a Tales of the Crypt pre-code horror, so that's an awesome. I've got that under my belt. But having an LB Cole is another big deal.
You ever watch the Tales from the Crypt TV show?
I watched it. Was it in the early '90s, late '80s with the Crypt Keeper? Yeah.
Check this out for $30 fucking dollars. 1954.
So yeah, that shit.
Hold on. The best part is the signature down there, the LB Cole down there.
No doubt, bro. That's insane. I like that.
$30 fucking dollars. Super Cat 58. Star Comics.
What up, 90MF?
Yeah, we was talking about your Daredevil gold suit Spider-Man. This is crazy. 1940 Nickel Comics number 7, 2.5, $300. And you got a fucking nickel comic. Like, it wasn't that long ago. People were like, what the fuck is a nickel comic? Yeah, this is just me, like, perusing. Anyways, this was interesting. A little chunk out of it. All American Comics Green Lantern number 60, complete with staples detached. $190. Get you a Golden Age.
That's beautiful.
Freaking lantern. Yeah, man.
I'll have to talk to some of those people, Matt. So there's a guy in the community, his name's Airboy the Barbarian, and he's a really cool dude. He was like a cop for a ton of years, and like so on that kind of like salary, he saved up and was able to like cultivate or curate a badass like Golden Age collection, and some of it he's selling now. And he sold me Dick Ayers, like a 1951 Ghost Rider number 8. It could be 1952, but I got that one, and I also got a Tales of the Crypt like issue 32 from him. Literally, but he has a lot of them, and he helped me do payment plan. But yeah, if like Alan or Steppo, if they have some of those things, like I've gotten really good deals from people that I'm like friends with the community. You've established cool relationships, and like if they have something, they'll let you do payment plans. And I've gotten some amazing books doing that, like Barbarian Kung Fu, who's a different one. That's awesome.
$1,000, you get this is one of the first origins of Superman. Superman 53. Really good one. I'm looking for, here it is. Oh my god, I was showing D this one, bro. This one's kind of like my I hope nobody buys or bids on it book, but it's already out of my price range. What was it at, D? It was at like $200 this morning. Yeah. Superman 17, First Fortress of Solitude. It's ripped and it's detached. It's already at $611, but I think it'll get up to a couple grand. It's got Adolf Hitler on the cover.
And Hirohito.
It's got 4 days. So
this is the one, Airboy the Barbarian. He sold me this one. This is the one that he sold me.
Oh, nice.
But here, look, I just wanted to show Matt. Check his name out. Airboy the Barbarian. He has got amazing books. Like the most amazing shit you'll
Oh
see.
yeah.
And he's a lot of them he's trying to sell and stuff. And so and the cool hit thing is he's a really nice dude and he'll work with you and stuff. So that's how I was able to get my stuff.
So what's the next big book for you? Did you tell me, or I thought you?
I said one I'd like to try and get. It'd be
Oh,
Silver
that's right.
Surfer 4.
Silver Surfer 4. That's
But
right.
like,
Shit, I'm high.
That's okay. I need to focus on. So I ended up selling a bunch of my X-Men. So I want to like focus on reacquiring them, but in nicer grade than I had them before, the ones that I sold, because I can do that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Some I didn't sell because I'll never sell, but like there were some from the Claremont era that were like super hot, and I sold it at a premium. What up, Callie?
You get some good deals out there where you're at. So I think if you want anything, you could get where the hell you want. Like, I don't think that's a problem.
So Barbarian Kung Fu, I got Airboy the Barbarian, who's one, and then there's Barbarian Kung Fu or Kung Fu Barbarian. I can't always get them inverted, but I got my FF52 from him, and I did a payment plan with him. So like, I got my X-Men 101 from J Hood, did a payment plan. So
I bought an X-Men 101 from J Hood as well.
Damn.
Because he did say he had a couple and he'd already sold one. You are the one that got it. Interesting.
And I AOK'd it to 84. I knew you was looking for one.
Shit.
Love it. Just this fucking small world.
Yeah. I just it's a little bit of effort, you guys sell the right books. What was I saying?
Gotta stay focused, Gotta be disciplined. It sucks.
Yeah, you don't want to blow your load and get too crazy. What up?
Did y'all notice I got my ear pierced?
I did. I didn't want to say anything about it. I thought that was old. Is that new?
No, yeah, it's brand new.
You should put some pearls in it.
I got a little diamond fucking thing in there.
It would hurt. I'm a brat.
No, dude, hey. So my boy Ron, me and him were drinking like 3 weeks ago, and he's talking about how his two daughters who were like 5 and 6 wanted to get their ears pierced, and he didn't want to pay for each piercing, at the mall or whatever. So he just bought like a kit on Amazon for like $25. Of course we're drinking, and I'm like, yeah, get me. And he's like, all right, cool. And he fucking hits me with the fucking thing, and it doesn't go all the way through. So he has to redo it, and it's fucking bleeding like a motherfucker. It hurt like a son. And it's not the first time I had my ear pierced, so it didn't hurt the first few times I did it, but it was done by a professional. And
not AA Ron.
Yeah, AA Ron is not a professional, and I'm pretty sure that when he lined it up the second time, he did not get it exactly back into the hole that he had already started. He created a new hole right next to it, and it hurt like a son bitch. And I've got a video of it. I'll fucking put out there someday.
Oh my god!
99
Men are brilliant when they're drunk.
Yeah, I'm not into holes or tattoos on myself. I'm too big of a wimp, but
I got one tattoo because I was curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it on my my wrist.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to get a tattoo that says "It is what it is."
This is Latin. Mine's Latin for "Let there be light" or whatever, but it was more of an intellectual kind of "Let there be light," not like. I know it's like the big Jesus thing, but I'm all into fucking knowledge is the enlightenment. Knowledge is power, bro.
So let there be knowledge is kind of what you're.
Yeah, let there be light. Let us all be woke. No, I'm just kidding. it didn't, like, I couldn't look at it. I was a wuss while it was happening, but like, see, that's sick.
Yeah, I like that, Callie. So Callie's another guy that got a Hulk 1. And I get a little jealous when I see you guys get books I like, but that's
Oh,
okay.
Callie's got a Hulk 1 now.
Mm-hmm.
What grade?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's probably around 2.5 or 3.
2.5. That's damn, Callie.
Yeah, he
No,
put
that's
that up.
awesome.
He bought that thing and he locked it up since he got it. I asked him for a pick and he said, "You're lucky, big." I was getting ready to put it up. I'm like, okay, cool,
Well, locked it up. Does he have like a safety deposit, like in a bank?
It must be. I guess it's not cool to be at the crib. Like I keep everything at the crib, but
So I know people that have such high dollar books that they have like a safety deposit box at the bank, and they keep their crazy high end books there, and like we'll go there and look at them every once in a while. But those are like when you're talking like Batman 5s, and when I keep it John Wick Hotel. Nice.
what is it, D?
Oh, nothing at all. I'm getting texts from work here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love all comics. I even like fashion and romance and all that shit, but I still need to knock out my big agenda books before I go after a lot of gold. I'll dip and dabble. Like if I see a cool Superman for a really good price, I'll get it. But I don't ever really find cool Batman shit I'll pay a lot of money on. And besides that, I'll look at, Green Lantern. I'll look at I like Flash, Golden Age kind of deal and stuff like that. But what would be kind of cool is those comic cavalcades. How do you say that?
Comic cavalcades.
Cavalcade. Yeah, you get
Cavalcade.
you get Lantern, Flash, and Wonder Woman all in one shot. That'd be nice.
Top 3 that I'm currently after. All right. So Callie, I'd like to get, I told them earlier, but a Silver Surfer 4. And idealistically, I'd like to get a 3.5 or above, 3.5 to a 5. Let's see. Now you guys go, and I'll have to think of my other 2.
Guys, I actually got a split.
Yeah, that's cool. He's gonna wrap up in a couple of minutes.
Go ahead.
Your earring hurting?
Very nice seeing y'all.
I hope your earring infected, man. You keep that thing clean, bro.
Yeah, no, hey, I'm past the infection stage. I'm good.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, take care,
all right, big dog. He gets busy when he's working. He's a big dog. If he gets called in, that's another couple $100 for him.
What does he do?
He beats the shit out of people that try to break in buildings. Like,
awesome.
That's what he does.
Bouncer.
But yeah, my top 3 have been the same for a while. So in the price range I wanted, it used to be Hulk 181, fucking X-Men 1, Daredevil 1, and what was the 4th? Oh, you know what the 4th was freaking Showcase 22.
All right, I just thought of the other 2.
Yeah.
I definitely so I just saw behind you, like, one that I would love to have is an Avengers 57.
Oh, they're so pretty.
First Vision. I love its iconic cover.
Yeah. That's my girlfriend's book. Yeah.
Yeah. Another one that I really would love to get is an FF49.
Oh, yeah. Or 48.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
48 through 50, like any of those.
50's okay. Yeah. I've never had the 50 bug. Like Surfer 1 or Surfer 4 kind of fills that spot for me.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the trilogy. See, Lady F, I feel like fuck 50, okay? Just forget about 50 altogether, right? You start at 40, you start at 45. You get
Inhumans.
Yes, you start at because the Inhuman shit's in all of those stories.
And then Black Bolt.
You go all the way up to Panther, it's still talking about Inhumans.
Maximus. Yeah.
All that cool shit. So you get 45, you get 46 because you want all their first. You gotta get Black Bolt, you gotta get all the cool shit.
See, 50. I want that. Yeah, I love the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I don't get it. I go 45, 46, 48, 49, 52. That's what you need. That's what I think.
You know what? I really like Also, Ronan the Accuser. So I like 65. I'm pretty sure that's his first appearance is 65. I think. Am I right?
I don't hate. I guess I do hate it a little bit. What's smart to keep top books at the bank and get insurance? Yeah, yeah, very smart.
Yeah.
Just even having just home insurance. People get confused. They're like, I gotta get comic book insurance. Just get fucking insurance on your house.
Yeah.
And what's in it?
Book at the bank, yeah. And other things that I've seen people do is digitally catalog your book. So like that could be a CLZ or whatever the fuck you want. But also like take pictures of them. So like if you're shit, if you got homeowners insurance or something happens, like you can prove, hey, these are assets that I actually had and they were, worth such and such. But having like evidence that you owned it helps your claims.
That's a good point. I don't know what the fuck I'd do if someone pinched me, but I just feel like they're gonna have to be carrying a lot of books out if they're gonna get me. So what the fuck ever, I'm around the house a lot anyway. If you're leaving the house and you're not home for 10 hours a day, definitely. But if you're in a position like me, they're gonna have to run over my ass to get my shit. I mean,
like, frankly, Biggie, like the fact that you have such a big footprint on YouTube, if somebody did pinch you, like you have so much evidence, like Callie's mentioning, like just posting your hauls, like people could probably forensically zoom in and like find the serial numbers and be like, okay, well, be on the lookout for these certain books. Like it's tough. I fucking hate people that steal shit. Why would you steal shit? That's so mean.
Most thieves ain't. I don't knock on wood, but most thieves, when they get comics, they have to know somebody else that wants them. And if you go online and sell them, you're broadcasting that you stole shit.
Well, and it takes a really niche person to be like, I'm gonna steal comic books and make money off it, because you've got to one, know about comic books, and two, like be savvy enough to get into places and steal the ones that are worth money. Like that's high level. But I don't know.
Knights of Old saying 49 is the best cover. I feel like most people start off with 49.
I love 49.
It's about half as hard to get as 48 to me. And
it is easier to get than 48.
And honestly, like people say it's the first full Galactus. I kind of disagree. But
I love the cover, the Galactus cover.
It is a better cover, probably. I have a lot of appreciation for 48 because it's so different. It's kind of like artsy. But 49 is way more dynamic. But I feel like the whole argument of it being the first full, I think that's why everybody pays more for the 48, because it even says Galactus on the cover. Like 48 says Galactus and it has him in it. So to me, it's both of their firsts, but it's whatever. You just get them both. That's what you do.
Homeowners insurance will screw you on collectibles.
You think so?
So then what kind of niche insurance? Because there's got to be some sort of insurance. I think homeowners should cover, but I think they'll screw you if you do not have sufficient documentation or evidence of your possessions.
Fucking Gally has a hard on for 50, man. I know you like 52, but
yeah, the thing is that it's kind of an oddball because it's straight up doo-doo brown.
It's straight up doo-doo brown.
It's doo-doo brown, but like the Silver Surfer popping in silver on it looks so good. Like I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I'd like to have the trilogy, the trifecta.
Yeah, it just don't feel important to me though. Like what's it's a mediocre cover. Okay. It's okay at best. It's not one of Kirby's best.
Callie's
especially when you see the one. Huh?
Well, Callie's gonna jump on here and get Maury Povich on you.
I do what do you say? I do
He's got a Rager for 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got Johnny in a winter coat. In a winter, yeah, that's it. You got Johnny in a winter coat. He's in college or some shit.
Yeah.
It's the fucking third second surfer, third surfer, some shit. I even like 52 Baron 50. 52 where he's like coming down against the thing. That one's fucking cool.
Yeah. I love
54,
so
52, something.
I have 52 and 53.
Yeah, which one's the blue one where Surfer and Thing are like mixing it up?
Oh, um,
It's after 52 or 50. It's like,
one where the Silver Surfer and thing.
yeah.
I don't
Help
know.
me out, chat. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Where Surfer's like swooping down and the Thing's kind of like that. That one's a better Surfer cover.
55.
55.
Oh,
Yeah,
the purple one. The purple
yeah.
background. Yes. Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that
yeah.
one a lot.
I know. Okay. I don't have 55. I wish I did, but that's another one. And I would say, okay, arguably it does compete. I would say it does. What's another great one is 72 is a great Surfer cover.
I don't
Let
know
me
that
just
one.
look that up.
Yeah. See, I went down the Surfer hole. I went down the Surfer rabbit hole. Okay, I got my 48. I got my 49.
72. Look at issue 72. Look it up. It's badass. I mean, it's
Okay,
just fucking badass. Unless, can I show it?
you can if you just hold your phone up, I would
Share
guess.
screen. Hold on. Share screen. Fantastic Four. Window.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's the black and red one. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I could show them if you can't get it.
Yeah, show them.
Okay, so this one I like better than 50. Like that
That's
one better than
55. That's beautiful.
50. Yeah, I like that one a lot. And
Collect and share.
what number was it? 72?
Uh-huh.
72. This
First
one's
100.
better.
No.
Yeah, this one's better too. So my favorite Surfer cover is Surfer 1. And I got one. And I way overpaid for it. But it's gorgeous to me. It's one of my favorite number 1 covers.
It does not do anything for me.
That
Surfer
one don't do
1,
nothing for you.
I think Surfer 1 is mid.
Mid. Okay. Well, let's look at 50 for a second.
Well, yeah. I mean, 50's not. I don't. Well,
It's to me, it's not even close to Surfer 1. Like, I love Kirby. Don't get me wrong. If Kirby's my guy. But Busima's number 1 and number 4 are like elite surfer shit. Okay, so here's the cover.
4 sings to me. 1 is
4
like
is really cool. 1 is beautiful to me. So this is, to me, it's very plain.
But you got floating heads and the silver. It's like he's swooping across diagonally. It's awesome.
It's okay. I mean,
it's awesome.
I do like the face feature on it, but it wouldn't. I guess I'll get it one day, maybe.
FF49. Yeah, I probably need to head to bed.
Yeah, I think I'm going to too. I think it's cool that you got that Panther because it's very hard to get Silver Age superhero first appearances, and that's a really good one.
Yeah. I also picked up that Two Gun Kid 77, where it's like the Panther prototype.
Yeah, I want that fucking book. I love that one.
Yeah, it's a cool one, man. All right. Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I think I'll just hang out and close her down after you leave.
All right. You guys take care. I'll see you
later. So that was nice, Lady F and D. I also got this one. I got a lot of cool little FF silver things. So all together, it'd be easy to dump a bunch of little books. Like I could take all these books on my wall right now and make half the money to get an X-Men one. I would guess. I don't fucking know. Maybe not. I'd probably make a couple thousand. I mean, the biggest book on the wall right now is my 9.4 newsstand, New Mutants 98. It's about, 700 by itself. So, yeah, I'd say I got about maybe 1,500 on the wall right now. It wouldn't kill me to get rid of these. The only books I would have to replace would be probably the Gwenpool, the Deadpool, and the Vision. The rest of them wouldn't hurt me too bad. The Hulk one's a reprint, by the way. But yeah, what's that one all the way on the edge? Fuck. My big fat body's in the way. Oh, that's my 9.6 Wolverine 8. That's a fucking beauty. I got that A-okay'd, so I couldn't sell that one. That's a nice pricey book too. What up, Porter's Hide? for one, then 49. Oh, so you like number one too? I'm telling y'all, bro. Surfer One, way better than 50. That's why I got Surfer One. 50 is cheap. You can get one for $100. You know, you can get you a 50 for probably less than that. You try hard enough. And just pay a little bit more, get you a Surfer One. Indulge. I felt like even though I overpaid for it, when I got my Surfer One, I felt really good getting that book. So Surfer One is better than 50. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if 50 didn't have the box art in the corner, and maybe even if it got rid of the floating heads, it would have been closer. But it's just the way Surfer One is coming in on number one. It's been homaged so many times. It's really a staple. What up, Beckerman? We was going to do a stream tonight, but Beckerman wasn't feeling good, so we canned it, as far as I can tell. So I'm going to go watch my boy Ratchet TV. If y'all don't know about him, he's my homie. I'm a mod over there. I'm a VIP in the Discord. I never pay anything. I'm one of the only people that don't pay anything and actually get some of the benefits. I don't think anybody else has gotten that from him. You know, I'm just a nice guy. You know, I like to say cool things, and I've hopped on panel with him. He's got like 160,000 subs. He hung out with DJ Academics. Couple videos. He was on there with 1090 Jake. He does these hip hop mystery things. I like to stay in the hip hop world a little bit. I'm the immortal Biggie Shaq. I haven't told him I rap yet. I don't, because we don't do self promotion on his channel. So I never promote myself. I never say, hey, come sub to me or any of that shit. I just hang out, give him the old genuine Biggie Shaq, you know, and he appreciates me. It's refreshing to get out of the comic book YouTube world sometimes. You guys should venture out and go see other channels. You know, this ain't the only platform on YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Today has been liquidate or hold and wait. I've done a little bit of both. I've liquidated so damn much, but I've also held and waited so damn much that I'd say I'm a 50-50. You know, like I only get rid of shit that I don't miss as much as shit I keep. So all you guys are doing great. I think you guys are great collectors. If you was a shitty one, I'd tell you. There's a couple shitty ones out there. And I've told them they're pretty shitty. But that's just because I love y'all. So I'll see y'all later, man. Peace, love, and pussy. Hold on, what was Becker saying? Something about I had to be helping me lose weight. Wherever the heck I had. Oh, okay. TMI, Becker. He beat the shit out of Dracula. All right, guys. Yeah. If I tell you your collection sucks, it's just because I like you. And if you're being a prick on YouTube, I'm going to fucking get at you one day, man. Don't be a prick on YouTube. And don't fuck with anybody I like. Especially, don't fuck with me. Blah!
Big Biggie. Biggie. Biggie.